images of grand cathedrals, luxurious cafes, and cutting-edge technology often come to mind. Indeed, many European nations boast some of the world's highest standards of living, with many countries ranking among the wealthiest globally. However, beneath this glittering facade lies a more complex reality. Europe is a continent of stark contrasts, where prosperous urban centers and struggling rural regions coexist, sometimes separated by mere kilometers. While Western European powerhouses drive innovation and economic growth, many countries in Eastern and Southeastern Europe grapple with economic challenges that might surprise you. Today, we're diving deep into this economic diversity, focusing on the 10 countries with the lowest gross national income, GNI, per capita in Europe. We'll be using the latest data from the World Bank, which provides a comprehensive measure of a country's average annual income. This metric gives us a clearer picture of economic well-being than GDP alone, as it accounts for income earned by a country's residents both domestically and abroad. You might just discover that some of the continent's most affordable and underexplored gems are hiding in plain sight, offering intrepid travelers and savvy investors alike opportunities that the glossy brochures often miss. 10. Russia. Russia, with a GDP per capita of $35,770, might surprise many by its inclusion on this list. Despite its vast natural resources and global influence, Russia grapples with significant economic hurdles. The country's heavy reliance on oil and gas exports has created a vulnerable economy, susceptible to fluctuations in global energy prices. This dependence has stunted the development of other sectors, leading to a lack of economic diversity. International sanctions following geopolitical tensions have further isolated Russia from global financial markets and restricted access to advanced technologies, hampering growth and innovation. Moreover, Russia faces a concerning brain drain as highly skilled professionals seek opportunities abroad. This exodus of talent poses a significant challenge to the country's long-term economic prospects and its ability to innovate. However, it's not all gloom for the world's largest country. Russia's enormous landmass harbors a wealth of untapped resources beyond hydrocarbons, including rare earth metals crucial for modern technologies. The country's highly educated workforce, particularly in STEM fields, presents a solid foundation for economic diversification and technological advancement if given the right opportunities and incentives. 9. Bulgaria. Bulgaria, next on our list with a GDP per capita of $32,520, is striving to shed its reputation as one of Europe's poorest countries. Since joining the European Union in 2007, Bulgaria has gained access to structural funds and new markets, presenting opportunities for growth and development. However, the country has struggled to fully capitalize on these advantages. Persistent corruption and weak rule of law continue to deter foreign investment and hinder economic progress, with Bulgaria consistently ranking as one of the most corrupt EU member states. Despite these challenges, Bulgaria is showing promising signs of economic transformation. The country's IT sector is experiencing a boom, with the capital, Sofia, emerging as a burgeoning tech hub. This growth is attracting international companies and fostering a vibrant startup ecosystem. Bulgaria's strategic location at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, combined with relatively low operational costs and improving infrastructure, makes it an increasingly attractive destination for businesses looking to enter European markets. The country's picturesque landscapes, from the Black Sea coast to its ski resorts, also offer significant potential for tourism development, which could provide a substantial boost to the economy if managed sustainably. 8. Montenegro. Montenegro, with a GDP per capita of $27,530, is a small Balkan nation with outsized ambitions. The country's economy is heavily reliant on tourism, thanks to its stunning Adriatic coastline and mountainous interior. While this focus has brought significant revenue, it also leaves Montenegro vulnerable to external shocks, as starkly demonstrated during the global pandemic. To address this, the country is actively working to diversify its economy and improve its infrastructure. The ambitious Bar-Bolgar Highway project, while controversial due to its high cost and environmental impact, aims to better connect the coast to inland areas and neighboring countries, potentially boosting trade and opening up new regions for development. Montenegro's journey towards EU membership could serve as a catalyst for further economic reforms and growth. The country has made significant progress in aligning its laws and regulations with EU standards, but challenges remain, particularly in areas such as rule of law and anti-corruption efforts. Montenegro's potential extends beyond tourism and infrastructure. The country is also looking to capitalize on its natural beauty and climate to attract digital nomads and remote workers, potentially creating a new, knowledge-based sector in its economy. Additionally, Montenegro is exploring opportunities in renewable energy, particularly in wind and solar power, which could not only meet domestic needs but potentially turn the country into a net energy exporter in the future. 7. Serbia. Serbia, with a GDP per capita of $22,720, stands at a crossroads between its historical ties and future aspirations. The country's EU candidacy status has brought both opportunities and challenges, as Serbia works to align its laws and institutions with EU standards. This process, while sometimes politically contentious, has the potential to boost foreign investment and drive economic growth. Belgrade, the capital, is gaining recognition as a growing tech hub, with the government investing in digital infrastructure and education to support this trend. This focus on the digital economy could help Serbia retain its talented youth and attract international companies. Serbia's economic potential extends beyond its urban centers. The country's fertile plains and favorable climate make agriculture a key sector with significant room for growth. With modernization and increased efficiency, Serbian agriculture could become a major contributor to the country's exports. Additionally, Serbia's strategic location in the Balkans positions it as a potential logistics hub for the region. Investments in transportation infrastructure, including railways and river transport along the Danube, could significantly enhance this potential. Serbia is also home to a rich cultural heritage and diverse landscapes, from the Đerdap Gorge to the monasteries of Fruška Gora, offering untapped potential for cultural and ecotourism development. 6. Belarus. Belarus, with a GDP per capita of $21,800, presents a unique economic case in Europe. Often described as Europe's last dictatorship, Belarus maintains a largely state-controlled economy, which has provided a degree of stability but limited growth and innovation. The country is cautiously introducing market reforms, but progress has been slow. Belarus's strategic location between Russia and the EU offers potential for it to become a key transit hub, but political tensions have thus far limited this potential. The country inherited a significant industrial base from the Soviet era, including machinery, chemical, and textile industries. Modernizing and adapting these industries to compete in global markets could drive economic growth. Despite its challenges, Belarus has some notable strengths. The country boasts a well-educated workforce, particularly in STEM fields, which has led to the growth of a nascent IT sector. The high-tech park in Minsk has become a center for software development and IT services, attracting both domestic and international companies. Belarus also has significant agricultural potential, with its fertile soil and temperate climate. Modernizing this sector and focusing on organic and high-value products could boost exports and rural development. Furthermore, Belarus's unspoiled nature, including vast forests and numerous lakes, offers potential for ecotourism development, a sector that remains largely unexplored. 5. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina, with a GDP per capita of $20,220, continues to grapple with the legacy of conflict and a complex political structure. The country's governance system, established by the Dayton Agreement, often hinders economic reforms and decision-making, creating obstacles for business development and foreign investment. Despite these challenges, Bosnia and Herzegovina possesses significant untapped potential. The country's diverse landscapes, from the lush forests of central Bosnia to the Mediterranean climate of Herzegovina, offer substantial tourism opportunities. Historical sites spanning Roman, medieval, and Ottoman periods provide a rich cultural tapestry that could attract visitors from around the world. The country's industrial sector, while still recovering from the impacts of war and transition, shows promise in areas such as automotive components, textiles, and wood processing. With targeted investments and skills development, these industries could become more competitive in European markets. Bosnia and Herzegovina also has significant potential in renewable energy, particularly in hydroelectric and wind power. Developing these resources could not only meet domestic energy needs but also create export opportunities. Additionally, the large Bosnian diaspora represents a potential source of investment, expertise, and international connections that could be leveraged to accelerate economic development and foster entrepreneurship. 4. Albania. Albania, with a GDP per capita of $18,210, is working to overcome its historical isolation and emerge as a dynamic economy. The country's stunning coastline, from the Albanian Riviera to the beaches of Durrës, is attracting an increasing number of tourists. This growing tourism sector offers significant potential for economic growth, particularly if developed sustainably and in conjunction with Albania's rich cultural heritage, including ancient Illyrian, Greek, and Roman sites. Beyond the coast, Albania's diverse landscape, from the Albanian Alps in the north to the lush national parks, presents opportunities for ecotourism and adventure tourism. Albania's agricultural sector, while currently characterized by small, fragmented farms, has substantial potential for growth. The country's diverse climate allows for a wide range of crops, and with modernization and consolidation, Albanian agriculture could significantly increase productivity and export potential. Particular promise lies in organic farming and high-value crops such as medicinal herbs, where Albania already has a foothold in international markets. Furthermore, Albania has significant untapped potential in renewable energy, particularly in hydroelectric power. Developing this sector could not only meet domestic needs but also position Albania as an energy exporter in the region. The country's strategic location on the Adriatic, with ports like Durrës and Vlora, also offers potential for Albania to become a key transit hub for the Western Balkans, particularly as infrastructure connections to neighboring countries improve. 3. North Macedonia. North Macedonia, with a GDP per capita of $19,290, is charting a new course after resolving its long-standing name dispute with Greece. This resolution has opened doors for increased international cooperation and investment. Situated at the crossroads of major Balkan transit routes, North Macedonia has the potential to become a key logistics hub, particularly as part of China's Belt and Road Initiative. The government is actively courting foreign investment, offering incentives, and working to improve the business environment. This has led to the growth of industrial zones, particularly around the capital, Skopje, attracting manufacturers in sectors such as automotive components and textiles. North Macedonia's wine industry, with its unique local varieties and centuries-old traditions, has the potential to become a significant export sector and tourism draw. The country's diverse landscapes, from Lake Ohrid, one of Europe's oldest and deepest lakes, to the mountains of Mavrovo National Park, offer substantial potential for tourism development. Additionally, North Macedonia is working to position itself as a destination for film production, leveraging its varied scenery and relatively low costs. The country is also focusing on developing its IT sector, recognizing the potential of its young, multilingual workforce. With continued investment in education and digital infrastructure, North Macedonia could emerge as a competitive player in the region's growing tech scene. 2. Moldova. Moldova, with a GDP per capita of $15,310, faces significant economic challenges but also holds untapped potential. Often described as Europe's least visited country, Moldova is working to overcome this obscurity and leverage its unique assets. The country's fertile soil and favorable climate make it ideal for agriculture, which remains a cornerstone of the economy. Modernizing this sector, focusing on high-value crops, and developing organic farming could significantly boost exports. Moldova's wine industry, with the world's largest wine cellars and a tradition spanning millennia, offers a unique opportunity for both export growth and tourism development. Creating wine routes and experiences could attract more visitors and establish Moldova as a destination for enophiles. Despite being landlocked, Moldova's strategic location between the EU and the markets of the East presents opportunities for it to become a regional trading hub. The country is working to improve its transportation infrastructure and streamline customs procedures to capitalize on this potential. Moldova is also investing in its IT sector, with a growing number of tech parks and incentives for IT companies. This focus on the digital economy could help retain skilled workers and attract foreign investment. Additionally, Moldova's rich cultural heritage, including well-preserved medieval monasteries and archaeological sites, offers potential for cultural tourism development. The country's unspoiled rural landscapes and traditional villages also present opportunities for agri-tourism and ecotourism, sectors that remain largely underdeveloped. 1. Ukraine. Ukraine, with a GDP per capita of $13,360, tops our list as it faces unprecedented challenges due to ongoing conflict. Despite the current adversity, Ukraine's potential remains vast. Known as the breadbasket of Europe, Ukraine's agricultural sector has enormous capacity for growth. The country's vast, fertile plains are ideal for grain production, while its diverse climate allows for a wide range of crops. Modernizing farming practices, improving infrastructure, and opening up the land market could significantly boost productivity and exports. Ukraine's agricultural potential extends beyond traditional farming, with opportunities in organic production, agri-tech, and food processing. Ukraine boasts a large pool of highly skilled IT professionals, and the country's tech sector has shown remarkable resilience, continuing to grow despite the ongoing conflict. Cities like Kyiv, Lviv, and Kharkiv have emerged as tech hubs, attracting both domestic and international companies. This human capital presents a solid foundation for Ukraine to develop a knowledge-based economy. The country also has significant industrial capacity, particularly in sectors such as aerospace, heavy machinery, and metallurgy. While many of these industries require modernization, they represent substantial potential for revival and growth. Looking to the future, the enormous task of reconstruction that Ukraine will face also presents opportunities. Rebuilding efforts could drive significant economic growth and modernization across various sectors, from construction and infrastructure to energy and manufacturing. This process could also accelerate Ukraine's transition to a more sustainable and technologically advanced economy. Despite the current challenges, Ukraine's resilient population, rich natural resources, and strategic location position it for potential strong growth once peace and stability are restored. As we conclude our journey through these 10 countries, it's crucial to remember that GDP figures don't tell the whole story. Each of these nations has a rich culture, a unique history, and a population striving for a better future. By understanding their challenges and potential, we can appreciate the complex tapestry of Europe's economic landscape and the diverse paths these countries may take towards prosperity. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Europe's economic frontiers. We hope this journey has provided you with new insights and a deeper understanding of the region's economic diversity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.